Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a shorter, well, I feel like it's probably going to be a shorter Chatting with Alana episode. I just got a couple of things that I wanted to show you that I'm really happy about. And now that I think about it, I left my notepad in the other room that had all my notes in it. Let me go grab it. Okay, sorry about that. I got my little notepad. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to show you guys, what episode was that? That I showed you guys my Santa that I found in my Christmas closet that I got from my mom's room, and he was all nasty and stunk, and I showed you guys and how dirty he was and the battery corrosion. Holy cow. Well, look at him now. He's all clean. I couldn't get him 100% clean, so some of his white fur line is a little dirty still. I got his beard all cleaned. His face has some like little spots on. So like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? When sometimes you find old dolls or like plastic doll heads or anything like that, and sometimes they have those little like spots on it, and I cannot get those off. I've tried acetone, I've tried alcohol, I've tried everything, and I cannot get them off. So he's got a few little spots, but I took his glasses off, I cleaned his glasses, I cleaned his little battery compartment, and I got him all nice. And then watch, this might be loud. I'm going to try to keep it from being loud. His little light comes on. There. I couldn't find this little switch. So I took a video and I sent it to my mom, and I was like, look Mom, I got him working. I said, only thing is, I said, didn't his arms move? And my mom said she's 100% sure his arms went like this. They'd go up and down, up and down. And I have tried everything, and I cannot get his arms to move. So I'm thinking he probably needs to be 100% taken apart, and another wire ran through the inside of him. Because when I took this base off right here, see the 3 little screws right there? I undid that, pulled that out, and there's a couple wires for going to the speaker that plays the music, and then there's a couple wires, 2 white wires that go from the battery compartment up his leg and then out this arm. And I know that because I pulled up his shirt and I looked in there. So one of those wires goes to the light bulb, and that works. Then another wire is supposed to go to whatever mechanicism, whatever it is that's inside of him, that's somewhere between here and here, that's supposed to make his arms go up and down, and it doesn't work. And I'm not sure how to fix that, or if I'm brave enough to do it, because I really don't want to ruin him. I may one day do it, and one day I just may I may not. I don't know. I'm too scared to be 100% honest. I'd really rather not. Anyway, here he is. He's all cleaned. And if you guys see me looking like underneath you, it's because I've realized that a better way to film my me in front of the camera videos is to film with the camera on the back of my phone. And that is so much harder to do because I cannot see what's on camera or see what you see. So what I did was I took my vacuum, and I took this big mirror that I have, and I propped it up on my vacuum. The mirror I propped up on my vacuum, and then I have my phone in front of the mirror so that if I look just below my phone, I can see what you guys see. So that's, and I'm trying not to do that. So that's why I'm looking under. And then this is me looking at you. This is me looking at what you see. Trust me, filming is hard. Anywho, so here he is. I'm super happy with him. And I'm so happy that he came out so much cleaner, and he smells good. He smells like OxyClean stain fighter spray and Gain laundry detergent. And a little bit of 409. Anyway, he is going to go back on my stairs. And I wish there was a way that I could, like, you had a button or something to push to turn him on. Because there's only on, he plays music constantly, or off. There's no, like, in between. But I would like a button to where it'd just be like, I just want you to play for a little bit and then stop. But anyway, I got him all cleaned up and he works. The trick is to the corrosion in battery compartments. I do this to my husband's flashlights all the time. He is a flashlight addict. Flashlight addict. He has flashlights everywhere. Well, occasionally he'll get one that he hasn't messed with for a long time and he'll bring it to me. He's like, honey, can you fix this? So then I take it apart and I use Q-tips and an old toothbrush and white distilled vinegar, and it eats away that corrosion. It bubbles on corrosion just like peroxide bubbles on like blood or a spot or anything like that. That's exactly what it does, and it eats away that corrosion. Sometimes it does it fully, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, moving on. Here's my Santa that I got all fixed. I'm sure you guys are annoyed listening to that bell. So the next thing I want to talk about, I am so super excited. So today, today I'm filming this, it's Friday the 13th. And, so Saturday is my youngest senior homecoming. And then Saturday night, my oldest is flying home from Wisconsin to spend the 14th to the 5th with us for her Christmas break. So we're super excited. I cannot wait to see her. I'm like, I can't wait to see you, Emma. We're going to do this and I want to do this. And then what she doesn't know is that I probably have a couple of things that I would like to put her to work doing. I'm not going to tell her until I ask her. But anyway, I am so excited for that. And she sent me a picture today. So on her college campus, there is a thrift store. They call it the reuse room. And I told her when she first started school there, I said, Emma, because she got a job there, and she works, I think, every other Saturday and maybe one other day a week. And I asked her, or I didn't ask her, I told her, I said, if anything ever comes through here, crochet related, and you don't know if I'd like it or not, first of all, I'm going to like it. So if you could, pay for it and then give it to me and then I will pay you back for it, I want it. She sent me a picture today of something adorable, and I asked her, I was like, Emma, can I please have that? And she goes, I've already got it and I'm bringing it home Saturday. And I was like, yes. So I'm going to show you guys in my next video, probably in my next Chattin with Alana video. I'll show you guys what she's bringing me home, and I cannot wait. I've never had one of these, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is so sometime, I don't know when this happened, my stepmom gave my baby sister a bunch, I think this is how the story goes, a bunch of Afghans that were my grandma's. Let me start that over. When you're growing up, you may have more than one set or more than one grandparent, but for me, when I was growing up, there was a grandparent, my grandma, my dad's mom, and she, how you have that one grandparent that you don't love more than the others, but you're around more, and you're, I don't want to say that you love them more, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's just that growing up, I had that one grandparent that I was at her house every day. She was a widow. My grandpa passed away before my sister and I were born. And she lived down the road from us. And we were there every day. This was my grandma, right? Like, I loved her. Oh, anywho, so fast forward. Somehow, so I don't know what happened, but my stepmom gave my baby sister either a tote or one blanket. I don't know. We went to my baby sister's house to play games. And I look over and I see this crocheted Afghan. And I was like, Well, I didn't make her that. I wonder where she got that from. So I asked her, I was like, where did you get that Afghan? She's like, oh, that was Grandma's. Mom gave it to me. And I was like, Grandma who? She goes, Grandma Mitchell. And I'm like, really? And a part of me was like, why didn't I get it? I'm the only one in this family that crochets. I'm the only one in this family that even makes anything. I was like, oh, I'm fighting back the tears. I'm just joking. But I was like, that's so cool. So then we went home. And I just kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And I'm like, I really, really want that Afghan. I want that Afghan. Not only because it was, you know, my grandma's, but I mean, she made that. I want that. Okay, so fast forward, we went over there again to play some games with them. And I pulled her to the side and actually we were in her room talking about something. And there it was hanging on a quilt rack. And I look at it and I'm like, TJ, it's what we call my little sister. I said, she's like, what? I was like, can I have that Afghan? She's like, what? I said, can I please have it? I said, it was Grandma's. I said, I'm the only one in this family that even crochets. Can I please have this Afghan? And she just kind of stood there and hem-hawed around it. You know, I could tell she was thinking about it and I could tell she didn't really want to. But she ended up giving it to me. And I was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I got it home. I laid it out on my bed. And I found a couple of... I found a couple of spots that I need to clean up. Sorry, I dropped it. That I need to clean up because, like, the yarn's old and it's got a couple holes, which I'm not surprised. But she gave it to me and I could not be happier. And I want to show you guys because I think this is so pretty. So the way it's made, the stripes, like I'm showing you, the stripes are horizontal, and it's not very wide that way. So when I looked at it, I was like, she had to have meant for it to be the stripes were vertical like this. Because like this, the blanket's super long. Like it's way past my feet and it's perfectly wide enough. So I thought she had to have made it, you know, vertically striped. But isn't that, I love this. And it's green. One of my husband's favorite colors. I love it. So I want to show you a couple of spots that have the holes that I can fix really easy. And I'm pretty sure all of the spots that has the hole, well, let me lay this out at the bottom so I can look before I say this. I'm pretty sure all of the spots that I found the holes were in the white yarn sections. And of course, I can't find any other ones now. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to find... Yeah, I'm not seeing other than right here. No. I think she just may have skipped a stitch right there, but because it's not a hole there. Right here. Right here's one. So that's in the white spot, so I can just use my white yarn to fix that. But the reason I'm saying that is because if there's anywhere in the green or the variegated that has a hole, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be able to find a green that's going to match the green, the solid green right here. I'm looking at my yarn. Maybe a patty green would match? Man, I don't know. Whoa! Now that I look at it, maybe it's not. Never mind. Okay. I thought the solid green portions were different, but they're not. I thought they were. Oh, yeah. Dang it. This is the solid, or I mean the variegated. Can you see? Right here. That's okay. I can fix this. and it is going to be just as good as new. And I may end up having to share custody with my baby sister so she can enjoy it with me. And if you're watching this, sis, you will never know. You will never know how happy that made me. Anyway, moving on. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys was that Christmas is right around the corner, right? So I decided, since my money's a little tight this year, I'm going to gift some of my old projects to my nieces and nephews, the younger ones. The older ones, I don't think they'd really care. But I wanted to show you what I'm going to give them. So my youngest nephew, he is almost 4, I'm pretty sure. So I asked his mom, I was like, do you want this one or this one? And this is the set she picked out. So it's an old baby. Well, actually, it's not that old. I didn't make this that long ago. It's a tutorial that I have here on my channel for this pillow and matching blanket. And then there is I think there was a little jacket that I made that matches all of this. But this is going to my youngest. And this thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. But I am so excited because my youngest nephew, I am telling you guys, that little boy is just like an old man in a little bitty human body. He is so adorable. He'll run around with his hands in his pocket, and he loves his little slippers. He wears those little slippers everywhere. So I'm just picturing him running around carrying this blanket and pillow with his little slippers like a little old man in his little overalls. So that's that one. And now this is going to go to my youngest niece. And I told her mom, I said, this has got to be the softest set I have ever made. And I think she would love this. So this is, this is also a tutorial on my channel. Basically, this is just a granny stitch, 3 double crochets and 1 stitch, back and forth. You know how granny squares is just the granny shell, the granny stitch, 3 double crochet into 1 stitch. So this is the granny, but instead of like a granny square where you're going, rounds, this is just back and forth. So this is a tutorial on my channel too. And this is made with, why can I not remember this? Oh, for Pete's sake, I don't remember. Anyway, it's super, super soft. And I'm sure you guys are yelling it at me, but I cannot remember right now for the life of me what this is called. Anyway, here is the blanket. I just want to make sure I'm showing you the stitches. This is one of the projects where I learned that it doesn't matter what you are working with. Always make sure that you have enough yarn with the same dye lot. And you probably could tell it on that pillow, but here, can you see that line? See the line right in the middle? Same color, different dye lot. So this is one of those projects where I have learned from now on I will never buy yarn that's not the same dye lot. Anywho, so this is going to my youngest niece. She's gonna love this. I guarantee you she'll wear this like a cape all the time because it's so stinking soft. I need to get these wrapped up. But my niece, she is the type of kid that, I forgot to get the pillow. She's the type of kid that it doesn't matter what you give her, even if she doesn't like it, you'll never know because she is just so thankful for anything and everything. I thought I felt something. Anyway, so there's that one. And then my last set, I actually have to go grab just a minute. Okay. And the last set is the Piccadilly set that a friend of mine on here commented and helped me name. Thank you. But she picked out this one for her son, my next to youngest nephew. And that is this. And I'm thinking I'm really going to, I have so much of this yarn left. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is put fringe along the bottom and the top just to add a little something special to it for him. And he is just the cutest little bug in a rug. So there's that. And then this is going to be an upcoming tutorial. I just haven't filmed it yet. And then there's going to be the matching pillow cover, or pillowcase, I should say. Like that. I'm not going to put fringe on the pillow. I'll just leave that end open down here. But so that's the set he's going to get for Christmas. And no, this is my youngest nephew. I'm sorry. I said second. He is younger. Ugh. My old brain. So there's that set for him. This, like I said, this will be coming up in a tutorial real soon. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Ugh. I feel like I got something in my eye. All that material, or the stuff coming off the yarn. Ooh. Okay. That's actually all I have that I wanted to show you guys. I've been working on things. So, you guys, the last video you watched from me was the Finish It Friday episode, my very first one, and I'm so excited for that. And I could not, well, I told you guys in the video that I couldn't wait to go tell my husband that I pulled, the first project was his Afghan, and he just kind of looked at me like, did you rig it? And I was like, I swear, honey, it was the first thing I pulled out. And he's like, that's crazy. I said, right? But yeah, so I got that started. And if any of you have ever done Hirschner patterns or Hirschner kits, the way their patterns are written is so hard for me to not to read, but to keep track of where I am and be like, okay, work this. And then I got to go all the way back through the paragraph to try to find where I was at. So I'm rewriting it to where it's easier for me to read. It's a 4-row repeat. And so, let me say this. For those of you that don't know, Hirschner's patterns are written to where it's a paragraph of the pattern that you have to work. So it's written like, this is just off the top of my head trying to think of an example to give you, but it'll say double crochet in the next chain, comma, 2 double crochet into the next chain, comma, chain 2, comma, skip 3 chains, comma, and it's just like that, just back and forth. So it is a bear to try to keep track of where you are. So all of my patterns that I design and write, I write them horizontally, or I'm sorry, vertically. So, it'll say, my patterns that I write will say 2 double crochet in this chain, go to the next line, skip 2 chains, go to the next line. So it's easier to keep track of where you are. And I have always done my patterns like that. So it gets hard when it's all of that information in this little paragraph. And then you have to remember where you were. So, if you're in the middle, and you look down and work what it says, then you got to come back up, and then you're like, crap, where was I at? So you got to skim back through there oh, here I am, and then work the next. And you could mark it out, but then if it's a repeat and you got to remember that repeat, then you got to see through what you marked out. It's so much easier just to put it in like write it vertically instead of long paragraphs. Anyway, so I've gotten all through the first repeat, and I've got that all written out. So now I can fly through it and look at the way I wrote it and know where I am. And then I have my little, it's a stitch counter. That's what it's called, but I use it as a row counter so I can keep track of what row I'm on. And it's pretty easy. So I'm definitely thankful for that. And then, it's a 2-weight yarn, which I think I may have a 2-weight yarn in my stash. I'm not 100%. Well, I know actually, yeah, I have 4 skeins. 2 skeins of one color, 2 skeins of another color in my stash of 2-weight yarn. It's not hard to work with for me. I mean, it's challenging at times. But other than that, man, is that yarn soft. It is very, very soft. So my husband's definitely going to love that whenever, he wants to cover up with it. I do think he is going to have a little bit of an issue because I don't think he realized, and I didn't realize when he bought me the kit, that the Afghan has holes in it, which are not huge holes, but I know he's going to not like it as much as he thought he was going to, because it does have a couple little, it does have holes in it, but he'll get over it. He'll love it. So I'm super excited about that. Other than that, I have been writing down, some things that I would like to start doing / keep up with for my New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to stick with them. Some of them, a lot of the times when I write down New Year's resolutions, I end up forgetting them, or I lose the paper that it's written on, or, what have you. But this time I am going to, let's see, I'm going to look underneath you guys. So this way is my bed, and then this way, actually, so I'm pointing at you. This way to the left a little bit is a real big bookshelf, and I have a lot of my projects, or like my doll dresses, or what have you, on that shelf. Well, the side of that shelf is facing me, so what I'm gonna do is, once I'm done and once I'm done and I have all of my resolutions on there, I'm going to tape it. Well, probably not tape it, I'll probably just, I will attach it to the side of my bookshelf, and so I can see it every time I'm sitting here crocheting, or I'm sitting here filming. I can see what my goals are, and what goals do I need to accomplish, what goals have I completed. Anyway, the reason I'm saying that is to say that 2 things that I wrote down was to, 1, learn, make projects, and do tutorial for broomstick lace, and the exact same thing for hairpin lace. All of those work basket magazines that my husband got me, all of them have hairpin lace tutorial or patterns in them, and they are the prettiest things. And I'm like, that's it. I am learning how to do that, and I'm gonna make a project or 2 or 3, and I'm gonna do tutorial, and I am gonna teach you guys if you want to know how to do it. Because that is aggravating how beautiful that work is. And I think, oh, it's crocheted. And then I look, it's crap. It's hairpin lace. Ugh. Well, no more. No more am I going to do that. I am going to learn that, and I am going to teach you guys how to do it and make it super easy and go from there. And me saying that, I'm looking, and I didn't intend for this to happen, but to my right, remember my Christmas closet I told you guys I went through and I found some stuff that I forgot about? Well, one of them is a hairpin lace Afghan that when I bought, I was like, oh yeah, I can learn to do this. And then I never got around to doing it. Let me show you this beauty. I didn't want you to see it real quick, but here it is. Is that not the prettiest thing? Oh my gosh. Oh look, the tag's still on it. Handmade yellow and white Afghan. I don't want you to see how much I paid for it. Because that was back when I still had money. You've probably seen it, but anyway. So you can see the yellow. So this is the tool that you need to work hairpin lace, I'm pretty sure. So this is what you use, correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know, to make the yellow portion. And then the white, I think, is just crocheted, I believe. But we will figure it out. We will figure it out. And like I said, I didn't intend for that. I wasn't even going to show this, and I wasn't going to talk about my New Year's resolutions, but I thought about it, and I was like, well, it is right there. Okay. I think that's it, guys. Oh, I just saw something. So I was writing down all of my projects. Pardon me. I was writing down all of my projects for my Finish It Friday. And I was like, oh, I want to make some more stuff for my doll faces. For these, if you can see it. For these little faces, I want to make some more stuff with it. And I was like, I remember I have a big old stack of them. And I could not find them. I dug and dug and dug. I tore apart my bedroom. I tore apart my closet. I tore apart my totes that I got everything in. And I could not find them. And I was starting to panic because I was like, where are they? I had a bunch of them. And I finally found them tucked into the bottom of a tote in the bottom of my closet. But man, I was about to cry. I could not find these. I just saw them out of the corner of my eye. That's why I brought that up. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.